The latest chapter kicks off with the Germa mini arc, where Judge and Caesar stop fighting and realize that their real obstacle is Vegapunk. The chapter starts with Sentomaru telling all Egghead's workers to escape from the island. He tells everyone about Ohara's incident, as we can see in Ohara's recap panel, like recap panels we saw in Lively arc. Sentomaru then says that something worse may about to happen in Egghead Island, while praying that Luffy will succeed in escorting Vegapunk out of the island. After which, we cut to Luffy's group, where Shaka tells Luffy that he has an idea where Stella might be. And at the same time, Luffy, Zoro, Lucy, and Kaku are still fighting against the Seraphim from the previous chapter. As the battle continued, they use attacks like Gomu Gomu no Kong Organ or Shishi Sonsen against them, but the Seraphim get up with no damage. However, Luffy is very upset, and says, "How can you getting up? Are you Kaido or something?" The battle stops for a moment, while Luffy and Lucy return to normal human form. At the same time, Zoro realizes that the Seraphim are somewhat similar to King. Where Shaka hears that, and explains that Lunarian blood taken from King was used to add power to the Seraphim. After that, Shaka then leaves the group to search for Stella. However, Zoro tells everyone about Lunarian weakness, and says, pay attention to that flame on their backs. When the flames go out, you can attack them, but when the flames are on, they are practically invincible. After hearing that, Lucy replied, it's okay, at least we know how to fight them now. However, Zoro continued his statement by saying, King's special characteristics are black wings, white hair, brown skin, and flames on his back. Which lead the others to say, you should have realized that sooner. We then see Nami's group who bumps into S-Shark, and during that moment, we see Edison who is destroyed by S-Shark, while he's still mourning but heavily damaged. Nami uses Zeus to attack S-Shark with Thunderbolt, but the Seraphim gets up after the attack. S-Shark then used his swim fruit power to dive into the ground, which led Brook to tell Nami to retreat before he could attack. However, suddenly, Sanji appears and kicks S-Shark just before he could do anything else to Nami. During that moment he told Nami that he will fight against him for the time being. Meanwhile, where Usopp's group are, along with Pythagoras' head being with them, Lilith uses her bubble gun on S-Snake. Although she may have dodged it, a single touch was able to weaken her. Lilith then explains that it is because the bubbles contain the same material as sea itself, and the bubbles must touch S-Snake in order to weaken her. After which, Frankie holds a bubble and uses it to pin S-Snake down on the ground. Unfortunately, S-Snake was able to get back up and attack them once again. However, Frankie still managed to trap the Seraphim while she wasn't looking. At the same time, S-Snake starts crying and says that she's in pain, so Frankie panically apologizes and his hand slips. But S-Snake escapes and kicks Frankie, turning him to stone. S-Snake then gives Usopp and Lilith a cute wink and they smile at her cuteness. While S-Snake uses her love beam to turn Usopp and Lilith to stone, but we don't see if Pythagoras' head has also turned to stone or not. Meanwhile, Shaka was walking down to the old Devil Fruit research room underground. Unfortunately, we can't see much of it, since it's a dark abandoned lab. However, Shaka finds the secret prison there, and he's shocked when he sees Stella and all the Cypher Paul agents. Despite being happy about finding Stella, Shaka asked him, who on earth did such a thing? I'll release you right now, but before he could do it, Stella realizes that there's someone in the shadow behind Shaka, and asked him if he brought someone else with him. Shaka turns around and hears some footsteps. A mysterious person walks down the stairs behind Shaka. We can't see who the person is. However, the mysterious person shoots Shaka in the head with a gun. It seems like a normal gun, and not something futuristic. This resulted in Shaka's head to explode with blood everywhere, and Stella is shocked. But before anything else happened, the chapter ends with no break next week. Also, I will not be surprised assuming Shaka is seen alive and well in the very next chapter. However, with him, York, Lilith, and Stella crossed off the list of potential suspects, I am starting to wonder if the traitor is not exactly someone within Vegapunk's inner circle, but rather someone with similar knowledge on Egghead as the scientist himself. Well, I don't know about you guys, but what do you think of this chapter? If you have any opinions about this topic, then please tell me in the comments section below. And that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I also asked you to subscribe to help us. It will also help us to grow more, and if you like, please subscribe.